All right, today's lesson is 4-5 and it's perimeter problems. So get out your notebook, you're going to take some notes and we'll do some examples. All right, first you want to write the title down and then you want to write down some of these notes. The perimeter measures the distance around an object. So write that down. Perimeter measures the distance around an object. To find the perimeter of some objects, a formula can be used, such as the rectangle perimeter formula. When you do not have a formula, you have to simply add all sides. So if you don't have a formula, you add all the sides together. All right, so let's start with example 1. Okay, it says the length of a rectangle is 3 inches more than the width. So we need to write that down. The length of a rectangle is 3 inches more than the width. So width plus 3. That's how you write that. Then it says find the length of the perimeter if the perimeter is 98. So you have perimeter is equal to 98 inches. This is all in inches. So now I'm going to use my perimeter formula. So I have a perimeter is equal to 2L plus 2W, and then I just substitute these two things into this equation. So I know the perimeter is 98, so I put it here where the 98 is. And I know that the length is this. This is the length. So I'm going to substitute it and put it where the L is. So I do 2, and then in parentheses I would put W plus 3 there. And then I do the remainder of the equation, which is plus 2W. So now I just have a multi-step equation and I have to do distributive property. So I'm going to come over here to do it. So 98 is equal to 2W plus 6. Remember distributive property right there. Plus 2W. Then I combine like terms. Combine these together. So I get 98 is equal to 4W plus 6. Then I subtract 6 from both sides. The 6 cancels, and I get over here 92 is equal to 4W. Then I divide by, not the W, I divide by the 4. So my width is going to be equal to 92 divided by 4, which is 23, I believe. 23 inches. Now I'm not done because this is the width. This is not the length. That's just the width. It's asking for the length. Well, the length is right here. So the length is equal to W plus 3. W is 23 plus 3. So the length is equal to 26 inches. And yes, you should put your dimensions. All right, so that's how you do number 1. So it's multi-step problem. You need to show your work and you need to put it into an equation. So let's try one more. So you have the length of a rectangle is 3 times the width. So length equals 3 times the width, or 3W. And then it gives you the perimeter is 48. So perimeter is equal to 48 centimeters. So it says find the length and the width. Length and the width. So we have to find both this time. So I'm going to use that same formula that I've been using. Perimeter is equal to 2 times the length plus 2 times the width. And then I'm going to substitute what I have. So I have 48 is equal to, now it says the length is this. This is the length, 3W. So I'm going to substitute that right there. So 2 times 3W plus 2W is equal to 48. Now I just do distributive property here. So 48 is equal to 2 times 3, which is 6W plus 2W. Now I combine like terms here. So 48 is equal to 8W, just adding those together. Now divide by 8. So W is equal to 6 centimeters. So that's the width. Then it says find the length and the width. So if the width is 6, then here it says the length is 3 times the width. So the length is going to be 3 times 6, so the length is 18 centimeters. So you have 2 answers on that problem. Okay. All right, this is a different kind of a problem. We have 3 more problems. We're going to do 5. So we need to read through and identify what we have. The lengths of 4 sides of a trapezoid are as follows. The parallel bases have lengths of x and 2x plus 1. So the parallel bases are here. They're parallel to each other. So you have x and you have 2x plus 1. So I would draw this figure out. Now both of the legs have lengths of 2x minus 3. So this is 2x minus 3 and this is 2x minus 3. It says if the perimeter is 30 centimeters, find the length of each side. Okay, so this is a multi-step problem. So remember, if you're finding the perimeter, you just add all the sides together. So we're going to add everything together. X plus 2x minus 3 plus 2x plus 1 plus 2x minus 3 equals 30. Okay, sorry, that's messy. Now all I do, so that's your how you set it up. Now all you do is combine like terms. So I have an x, 1x plus 2x, that makes 3x, plus 2x makes 5x, plus 2 more x's makes 7x. So I have 7x. Now I'm going to do a different color. So I have minus 3 plus 1. So a negative 3 plus 1 is negative 2. Negative 2 plus negative 3 is what? Negative 5. And then I bring down the 30. So now I have 7x minus 5 is 30. Add 5 to both sides. This cancels. I get 7x is 35. Divide by 7. So x is 5. So now I know what x is, but that's not my answer because now it says find the length of each side. So in order to find the length of each side, I have to plug in the x in each of these. So I know that x is equal to 5. So that side is 5 centimeters. So 5 centimeters there. And then these 2 sides would be, you would just substitute the 5 in. So you do 2 times 5, which is 10 minus 3. So these are 7 centimeters. So this one's 7 and that one's 7. And then you do 2 times 5, which is 10, plus 1. So that would be 11 centimeters. So you have 3 answers. You have 5, 7, and 11. All right, let's do 2 more. All right, this one is very similar to the other one. So it says you have a triangle, and it tells you the lengths, 2x plus 7, and I don't know which one is which, and it doesn't really matter. And then 4x minus 3, and then 3x minus 11. It says, what is the length of the shortest side if the perimeter is 119 centimeters? So we're going to add all the sides together. So 2x plus 7 plus 4x minus 3 plus 3x minus 11 equals 119. Now I combine like terms. So I have a 2x plus a 4x, that makes 6x, plus a 3x, that makes 9x. And then I have a 7 here, so plus 7 plus a negative 3, that's positive 4, plus a negative 11 would make minus 7, equals 119. So then I add 7 to both sides, and I get 126 is equal to 9x, and then divide by 9. So that cancels. X is equal to 14 centimeters. So it says, what is the shortest side? So first of all, it says, what is the shortest side? So 14 is not your answer. We need to know, we're going to plug in this 14 into these and see which side is the shortest. So 2 times 14 plus 7. So 2 times 14 is 28. 28 plus 7 is 35 centimeters. Then this one is 3 times 14, which is 42 minus 11. 42 minus 11 is 31 centimeters, I believe, if I'm doing this right. And then this one is 4 times, I'll do it down here, 4 times 14 minus 3. So 4 times 14 is 56 minus 3, which would be 53 centimeters. So the answer, you have 35, 31, and 53 there. So 31 centimeters is the answer. So the shortest side is 3x minus 11, or 31 centimeters. All right, let's do the last one. And if you know how to do it, you can just stop this and check and see if you get it right. Okay, so read the problem very carefully. So the first thing you do is you have 3 sides of x plus 4 and 3 sides of x minus 5. And then we just set up an equation. Now notice on my equation, I decided not to rewrite x plus 4 3 times, although you could, and x minus 5. I just put a 3 in front of them with parentheses, and then I'm just going to do distributive property. So then when I did distributive property, I multiplied the 3's, and I get 3x plus 12 plus 3x minus 15 equals 93. Then I combine like terms to get 6x minus 3 equals 93. So when I divide by 6 on both sides, I get x is 16. So it says, what is the length of the longest side? So you have 2 things to compare it to. Is it x plus 4, which is 16, plus 4, which is 20 inches? Or is it x minus 5, which is 16 minus 5? Obviously, that's 11. So the longest side is the x plus 4, which is 20 inches. All right, so you have your assignment. You have this video to, you have your assignment to do, so get started. Make sure to do it on a separate sheet of paper.